Dogworks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dogworks. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. You can support this podcast on patreon.com/firstpawmedia.
I am sure you have heard the story of the 1925 Serum Run, where teams of sled dogs raced to deliver life-saving medicine to the residents of Nome in Alaska. This is the story of Balto and Togo, a great movie on Disney Plus that came out a year or so ago, named Togo. These amazing dogs are a special breed known as the Seppala Siberian.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska Dogworks Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is Dogworks Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
Hello and welcome to Dogworks Radio. I'm your host, Michele Forto. I'm also the lead trainer of Alaska Dogworks, where we help humans and their dogs have better relationships. Did you know that today marks 14 years of doing our podcast? That's right. We have rarely missed a week, and we have more than 800 episodes in our library. Go check us out over on dogworksradio.com or wherever you are listening to this podcast. So this week, my business partner and I are up in Maine, and we picked a Seppala Siberian pup up that will join our team, and also we will train her for American Kennel Club events with Robert and as a therapy dog so that we can visit schools. Her name is Iseult. We look forward to many adventures along the way and started using the hashtag Iseult. That's hashtag ISEULT if you're interested. We hope you will follow along too. Today's show is all about the Seppala Siberian, so let's kick it off. A rare working dog breed, the Seppala Siberian sled dog is developed for the purpose of pulling a sled in cold country. It is moderate-sized dog averaging 40 to 50 pounds weight and 22 to 23 inches tall. Colors and markings are considered of little importance. Eyes may be brown, blue, or any combination of the two colors. Seppalas are active and energetic, but very docile and trainable. Seppalas show a primitive canine type, never having been bred or selected for conformation or the show ring. The breed shares its ancestral base with the Siberian Husky, and for half a century shared the same registry with that breed, but was bred always exclusively as a working sled dog breed in its own right and kept apart from show bloodlines. In the late 1990s, it was recognized by Canadian agriculture authorities as a new evolving breed, and in 2002, a similar separate breed initiative was started in the United States. Let's talk about the history. Bred by the legendary dog driver Leonard Seppala from dogs imported into Alaska from eastern Siberia, the Seppala Siberians became famous in Alaska for their domination of the All-Alaska Sweepstakes distance race in the period from 1914 to 1917. Later, they became popular in New England when Seppala raced there and ran a kennel in Poland Spring, Maine. In 1939, the last Siberia imports, along with several of Seppala's dogs, became the breed foundation for the Siberian Husky in Canada. The Canadian Seppala kennels of Harry R. Wheeler in St. Jovite Station, Quebec, developed and bred Seppala Siberians until 1950 in genetic isolation from the developing Siberian Husky breed in the United States, which gradually became oriented more and more toward conformation dog shows. A succession of Seppala breeders kept the strain alive through the 1950s and 60s, and in 1963, the third Seppala kennels run by C.S. McLean and J.D. McFall in Maniwaki, Quebec, closed without a successor kennel, and in 1969, the unique Leonard Seppala strain faced extinction. It was primarily saved by the timely action of two breeders, Markovo Kennels in Canada and Sepenu Kennels in the United States. The bloodline was then carried forward and developed as a serious mid-distance racing sled dog by Douglas W. Willett of Seppala Kennels in the state of Utah. The pure original Seppala bloodlines are rare, but found in small numbers in several Canadian provinces. The main population now occurring in Manitoba, where the parent kennel relocated in 2008. The Seppala Siberian Sled Dog Project was started in 1993 by the protagonist of the Markovo rescue effort, won Agriculture Canada's recognition for Seppalas in July 1997. The fourth historic Seppala kennels in the Yukon Territory carried the breeding forward. In July 2002, Doug Willett undertook a similar breed initiative through the Continental Kennel Club's registry in the United States. At present, two disparate populations use the same breed name. The original Agriculture Canada recognized population in Canada, identified by the Working Canine Association of Canada, and its descendants elsewhere, registered by the International Seppala Association and the Continental Club population, which is not descended from the Canadian original. A third group of Seppalas is distinguished simply as an American Kennel Club Siberian Husky bloodline. So let's lay down some quick facts. Their temperament is intelligent and independent. Their height is 22 to 23 inches. Their weight is 40 to 50 pounds. They have a life expectancy of 12 to 16 years, and they are in the working group. Temperament. This is an active working breed that will be docile and trainable when it is provided with enough exercise. This is a high energy dog, especially when young. Seppalas are very intelligent and trainable, but they will only obey a command if they see the human is stronger minded than themselves. If the handler does not display leadership, they will not see the point in obeying. Training takes patience, consistency, and an understanding of the Arctic dog character. If you are not this dog's 100% firm, confident, consistent pack leader, he will take advantage, becoming willful and mischievous. Seppalas make excellent jogging companions as long as it is not too hot. This breed likes to howl and gets bored easily. The Seppala does not do well if left alone for a long period of time without a great deal of exercise beforehand. A lonely Seppala or a Seppala that does not get enough mental and physical exercise can be very destructive. Remember that the Seppala is a true working sled dog in heart and soul. They are good with other pets if they are raised with them from puppyhood, but do like to hunt small game animals. Seppalas are thrifty eaters and need less food than you might expect. This breed likes to roam. Seppalas can make wonderful companions for people who are aware of what to expect from these beautiful and intelligent animals and are willing to put the time and energy into them. Conformation. While the Seppala used to be the same breed as the Siberian Husky, today it is considered a separate breed differing in appearance. Seppalas are the working lines and the Siberian Huskies are the show lines. Their legs and body are longer and they are generally lighter in weight and build than the show dogs. The ears are taller than those in the show lines, set closer together, and are very erect. The stop is less defined than that in the show lines. The tail is naturally held high in a sickle curve over the back when alert. The coat is medium in length and dense, with an undercoat nearly as long as their outer coat. Coat colors vary and are not considered important in the breed. Some common coat colors include pure white, buff and white, black, charcoal gray, gray, brownish gray, blue gray, and sable. That's reds with black tipped guard hairs and black noses. Piebald, spotting, and agouti wild type coloration are common. Some have dark faces with white only on the feet and tips of the tail. Eyes can be blue or brown or any combination of the two. Living conditions. They are not usually recommended for apartments. However, they can live in apartments if well trained and properly exercised. Seppala Siberian sled dogs are very active indoors and do best with a fenced-in large yard. Because of their heavy coats, these dogs prefer cool climates. One has to use common sense with respect to maintaining them in the heat by providing adequate shade and air conditioning. This breed prefers to live in packs. Exercise. The Seppala Siberian sled dog needs a lot of exercise. When not pulling a sled, the breed needs at least a daily walk or jog, but should not be excessively exercised in warm weather. So what do you think? Please follow along Iseult's adventures on social media. Just search hashtag Iseult. And again, it is spelled Iseult. One more thing. Did you know that the single best thing you can do is tell your family and friends about our show? Let them know how you listen, and maybe they can become a rabid listener too. Lastly, head on over to our social media channel and tell Robert what an awesome job he has done producing our podcast for the last 14 years. I'd really appreciate it. I'm Michele Forto for Dogworks Radio. See you next time.
From First Paw Media, this is Dogworks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media.